And we're back. I'm back and I'm better. Heck yeah. Let me go ahead and share this out. It's Money Making Monday. It's Money Making Monday. Listen, I went to work today. I was so sad. Working is just not for me. Because, like, ew, baby, ghetto. It's the ghetto. It's the ghetto. You know what? I must say, those people who got deported, who make that hot track, I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote. Baby, they ate with that. That was a hit. That was a hit. That was a hit. I never want to hear conservatives talk about hip hop, but ever again. I don't want to hear black on black ever again. Because, baby, our president said, you want to talk, you want to run your mouth, you want some gangster stuff, we'll set this bitch off. Okay? First off, fuck the click in the set you claim. West Side. Okay? Please get the likes up. Y'all are about to be entertained today. It's Money Making Monday. It's Money Making Monday. It's Money Making Monday. Okay? Oh my God. Baby, it is literally 5 days into the new year. We had 6 mass events. Y'all didn't know about that because they don't care. Because they don't care. Y'all don't even know we were supposed to get why they redacted the Epstein files. That's because they said we don't care. You see, we at war. We ready. We ready. Listen, it's Money Making Monday. Hey, Couture Base, it's your girl Britt Brat going live with the Breeze Talk and Baseball. We gotta talk. Can we talk? Can we be honest, or are we saving our honesty? Let me know. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if we're gonna be honest. Put a 2 in the chat if we're not. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping your screen like this. Double tap. Double tap. How you can like this video. How you can thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Share if you care. It's hitting those 3 dots right there. Yeah. How you can hype this video. How you can engage with this video? Yeah. How you can send monetary support? Yeah. Those 3 dots right there. Yeah. Baby, once the people started talking about the money was missing, boom. Oh! Bombs over backside. We gotta talk. Are y'all not seeing what's going on? Are y'all not seeing the plays? Baby, Cardi B is being targeted, honey. I told y'all Nicki Minaj was going to get her get back. It has already begun. It has already begun, okay? Yeah, I love that. We love We love a Hat Ways and McCoy's type of situation, don't we? Yes, I mean I do. Um, we gotta talk about MAGA is winning the people over. I love that for the people because it will be y'all who will be on the front lines. Shout out to the Kings. Make America great again. I will vote. Vote Donald Trump. I love that. The king, the president. We got to talk about him. We got to talk about Senator Mark Kelly has been censored. If they can censor the senators, you bitches better toe the line. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Y'all better toe the line. That's it. Like this video, Base Squad. Like this video. Like this video now. Don't like it later. And they said DJ Akademiks is a snitch. They said DJ Akademiks is a snitch. They said the reason he's not in that lawsuit with Drake and him is because he's a snitch. They said he's an informant. They said DJ Akademiks is an informant. Oh my God. And then did y'all see what TDE said? Did y'all see what Top Dawg said? You see how they standing behind Doechii. You see how they standing behind Doechii? I love that. I love that. Y'all could never... Let me go download some more stuff from TDE in there because they said, hey, okay. But anyways, let's get into the mess. So we're going to start off with Mark Kelly, Senator Mark Kelly, because, baby, the world... I thought y'all was fasting. Where are the prayer warriors? Look at Madudo and his wife. They covered his wife up, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So this is from Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. He put this on Twitter. We love that because we love that. So it said 6 weeks ago, Senator Mark Kelly and 5 other members of Congress released a reckless and seditious video that was clearly intended to undermine good order and military discipline. As a retired Navy captain who is still receiving a military pension, Captain Kelly knows he is still accountable to military justice. And the Department of War and the American people expect justice. Therefore, in response to Senator Mark Kelly's seditious statements and his pattern of reckless misconduct, the Department of War is taking administrative action against Captain Mark Kelly, USN retired. I didn't even know they could do that. The department has initiated a retirement grade determination proceedings under 10 USC, USC 1370F with reduction in his retired grade, resulting in a correspondence reduction in retired pay. Not they out here seizing the benefits? Now listen here. Shout out to all the international and domestic babies. So if you're out here speaking ill of or having a difference of opinion for this administration, they will take your retirement benefits. And y'all not, child, y'all don't hear me, y'all just want to dance. Okay, let's continue. To ensure this action, the Secretary of War has also issued a formal letter of censure, which outlines the totality of Captain, for now, Kelly's reckless misconduct. This censure is a necessary process step. It will be placed in Captain Kelly's official and permanent military personnel file. Bitch, I know you lying. Captain Kelly has been provided notice of the basis for this action and has 30 days to submit a response. The retirement grade determination process directed by Secretary Hegseth will be completed within 45 days. Captain Kelly's, please don't put nothing disgusting in the chat. Mods, remove that. Captain Kelly status as a sitting United States senator does not exempt him from accountability if further violations could result in further action. Isn't that crazy that the Sec War, who literally undermined the confidentiality of certain data and processes, is out here issuing this, and they're gonna let them do it. These actions are based on Captain Kelly's public statements from June through December 2025, in which he categorized lawful military operations as illegal and counseled members of the armed forces to refuse lawful orders. He said, uphold the Constitution. That's what he said. Imagine being punished because he said, don't go against the Constitution. Child. And y'all kids is about to be a part of this. Y'all kids is gonna be on the front line doing this. And I love that for y'all. I love that for y'all. Sign them up today. Sign up all the MAGA kids. Sign them up today. I love that. Hell yeah. Let's get some discipline and order in this bitch. Okay? It says, this conduct was seditious in nature and violated Articles 133 and 134 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, to which Captain Kelly remains subject as a retired officer receiving pay. Isn't that crazy? Because remember when January 6th happened, all those people have been pardoned, but remember that the people who violated the codes of conduct and all that stuff, they were pardoned, child. This white on white crime is nasty. Listen, they in there saying you want to talk, you want to run your mouth, you want some sleep. Oh, set this bitch off, okay? Set this bitch off. Shout out to the donation. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. 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 Baby, this is nasty work. This is nasty work. And you know what? I love that. I love that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Do you think he's going to rebuttal? Can he rebuttal? Do you think he has the power to rebuttal? Do you think they're going to listen? Because, baby, not they trying to demote him and censor him. Let's get into it. We love a good politic. So let's start off with our beautiful president.
I'm not even gonna play around anymore. Hit me with the works. Iraq, Venezuela, go! We're giving them full opportunity to do it the easy way. And when it doesn't work, we'll do it the hard way.
If we can do things the easy way, that's fine. And if we have to do it the hard way, that's fine too.
Chemical weapons is a threat to the United States.
Fentanyl poses a chemical weapons threat to the United States.
Al-Qaeda terrorists inside Iraq.
Al-Qaeda of our hemisphere.
We can get rid of Saddam. It could really begin to transform the region.
There's an opportunity to transform the entire region.
Bringing freedom and democracy.
Democracy and freedom can serve as a
Beacon of hope.
Sharp cannot.
I'm not even gonna play around anymore.
Incredible thing last night of letting somebody else take over, where we have to do it again. We can do it again too. Nobody can stop us. Incredible.
I love that.
Of letting some.
Welcome to
I love that. I love that so much. I love that for us. I love that we're doing the work. I love it. 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 I love it so much. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we hit Nigeria Christmas Day. Syria was hit this weekend. Venezuela, we captured. You know, we didn't arrest. We captured the people. And our president, king of all kings, literally told the new one in place, he said, if you want to, I'm laying hand and foot. He said, you can get this work. You don't believe me? Don't worry.
Y'all said it was the end of it, right? As soon as we had Maduro? You said that's it. We didn't do an act of war, nothing along that. And you didn't look at the rest of the motherfucking people that were in charge, did you? Delcy is here. Ella está aquí. Cuando tenemos un problema en Venezuela, when that situation happened and we became a problem, Russia had intel to take her out? Oh, bitch. Хорошо. Спасибо. For anybody and everybody that missed it, pay attention. Chinese envoy Xiao Ti was there visiting Venezuela's President Maduro. Something tells me some intel was shared outside of 400 documentations and agreements that were signed. Hours before this attack, the Chinese were on soil. There's a Chinese medical ship out there, isn't there? There's a Chinese medical ship that never left that we told you about 2 months ago that said they were there just for Jamaica. But I said that doesn't make any sense because that Chinese ship came from a cohort of ships that make up about 350 warships sitting outside of China and Australia. Australia made a bat signal call last month and said, alert, we have to deploy fighter jets. The Chinese are sitting outside of our door. And nobody said anything. Not one person. So Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president who assumed power today, was sent out into Russia and then got back when it was done. Delcy Rodriguez said straight from her mouth, we want proof of life and to activate immediately. She told all personnel, all militia, and all persons of Venezuela that they are going to war to protect their homeland. This is what you didn't calculate, correct? Meloni, the ruler of Italy, is the great-granddaughter of Mussolini. Mussolini didn't give a fuck about the United States, and neither does his great-granddaughter. She came out to say that this is diabolical and a threat to democracy. I'm not fighting Italians, fancolo. Iran denounced it, Russia denounced it, China and Russia both called us to the Security Council tomorrow. We said, yes, there's a meeting happening between the balance of powers, baby. I remember this meeting happening with the League of Nations of 1934 to 1937. After that meeting happened, Japan, Germany, and Italy decided to break apart from the League of Nations. And guess what? They attacked Abyssia, motherfucking German went after the Jewish people, and Japan went into Manchuria and slaughtered 320,000 Chinese civilians because Japan don't give a fuck. Donald Trump just threatened Iran, talking about if you're going to violate the right for protesters to speak. Bitch, didn't you do that with Mahmoud Khalid? Didn't you do that at UCLA? What the fuck is you doing? So look alive. They about to get active in the ocean, and I just told you that. But China and Russia, baby, the Pentagon told you that we were going to war with them in 2027. It's 2026. I wish you would tell me you was going to war with me and I wouldn't prepare. China's prepared. He just made the worst calculation on the planet. Great job.
He literally told several countries, get ready. If you don't do what we say, he said, Mexico, you next. Denmark, I'm coming for you. Greenland, what's up? Canada, how dare you? Listen, I love this new era of
Confusing corruption update.
you wanna talk, you wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsta inside your fucking house? Y'all not ready, I'm not listening. Y'all just out here dancing in the street, TikToking. And I love that. Tell your children, get ready. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to get out there. And if you don't believe that a draft is coming, you got another thing coming. If you don't have power, if you don't have the connections, and you don't have money, you're on the front line, baby. They need y'all. Get out there. Get out there. Oh, get out there. Especially all these people who have this immense debt. Because I don't know if y'all noticed that people are not only buying, they're not buying houses, they're not selling houses either. I told you to look up the people who's been silently getting bailed out, and y'all didn't look it up. Y'all didn't look it up, but I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. I just saw this paper where it said that single women who are not married are rebelling against the system. Not we're rebelling against the system. You don't have no babies. You don't have no husband. You might as well protect yourself. You better learn some defensive tactics. The spooky hours have begun.
you so that you don't have to. You heard about the $29 billion claim against the country of Guinea. Okay, so I read this article and it says bauxite miner Axis is launching a $29 billion claim against Guinea. And I was like, why would they do that? What has the West African nation of Guinea ever done to them? Oh. Axis International, the United Arab Emirates-based Axis International, has claimed that their license for mining has been illegally revoked. They were mining bauxite. What is bauxite, I hear you asking? Thank you for asking me. Bauxite is the main ingredient in aluminium, or aluminum for the US people. Also, Guinea is the #1 world exporter of bauxite. Used to be Jamaica, by the way. Anyway, so Axis are crying to the World Bank and they're like, we need 29 billion because they revoked our license and they shouldn't have. But why have they revoked the license? And why are they revoking license? What's going on in Guinea? Let's find out. This isn't the start of the story, but it's the start of my story. In 2021, there was another president in Guinea, not the current president, but a president called Alpha Condé. Now, Alpha Condé was like the first democratically elected president that they had. He came in 2010 and everyone was like, yes, this is going to be new. And then it wasn't. He was deemed to be authoritarian. He crushed opposition and he put people in prison and people didn't like that. So he had his first 2 terms and he was really living la vida loca. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a third. Constitutionally, as you know, many places don't allow a third term. But he was like, you know what? We'll just have a referendum and then we'll change the constitution. So he won, but people were calling it a constitutional coup. One of those people was Colonel Doumbouya. No, did I say that right? Doumbouya? Ah, it sounds good. Doumbouya. And he was like, oh, Atima, we had enough of this. He didn't say that. He said, look, we're done. And then he had his own coup. It wasn't a constitutional one. It was a military coup, and he took over the country. So Doumbouya comes in and goes, what? We've got all this bauxite and we're so poor. Gonna have to have a look at that. And Doumbouya's looking at this, and he's like, you know what? Gonna have to change up some of these roles, because you man are making money, but we are not. So, for example, Emirates Global Aluminium, that's also in Guinea, they promised a refinery. Doumbouya says, where is it? No, taking your license. Thank you. Apparently 46 licenses have been revoked by the Guinean government because they're like, we're not playing with you guys anymore. So you have some companies there making lots of money, a lot of them there through FDI, foreign direct investment. Doumbouya has been forcing these companies to stick to their word, and when they're not doing it, they're taking action. Now, when you read these articles, especially in the Western newspapers, they'll often talk about investor confidence being damaged and how there's a, rule of law concerns and there's a chilling effect on FDI, as though FDI is this wonderful save-all for these African nations. But they really talk about how much tax did these companies pay, whether commitments that they made were actually met, how much value stayed in the country. And one final thing, the World Bank that they're trying to claim £29 billion from Guinea from? Well, the World Bank said that in 2024, Guinea only had a GDP of 28 billion, so good luck.
Ooh, not good luck. Not good luck. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. See, I keep telling y'all, it's bigger than rap. So when they come to you and say hip hop is too dangerous, the rap is just too violent, tell them he ain't got nothing on politics. Baby, they blew up some houses. Some senators died, some congressional leaders were harmed, and nobody cared. I love when the plot do what it's supposed to do. I love when the plot is doing what it's supposed to do. The girls that's out here talking about some, well, what about it? What about it? What about it? What about it? The girls are so fed up, they're eating each other.
Oh no, terrified billionaires?
Coming from, but I have terrified clients. I have kids that need to be back in school by Monday.
So scared because they're stuck on their luxury yacht vacation because their private jets can't take off. Hey, babe, something tells me they'll be just fine. You know what is truly terrifying? Just a few months ago, millions of Americans couldn't afford food because their food stamps were taken away. And I didn't see all of them be coming from billionaires then. I get how scary it would be with all your friends and family stuck in paradise. You know what could possibly be even scarier is that millions more Americans this month no longer have health insurance because they can't afford it because their premiums skyrocketed accident in January. I mean, I'm not sure, but methinks that could be even more terrifying than being stuck on, again, a luxury vacation with all of your friends and family. Like, for real though, do you think these billionaires are at risk of losing their jobs if they can't get back to work on Monday? Or, no, they're probably not, right? But I wonder if, like, a parent's child gets sick because they don't have health insurance and that parent has to stay home with their child because the kid can't go to school. I wonder if that parent's risking losing their job. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm sorry those billionaires are stuck on their vacation. That's awful. Thoughts and prayers, though. Oh.
Baby, the whites are fighting. The whites are fighting. The whites are fighting. What are you to do when the whites start fighting? The whites are fighting. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. And since y'all love the YN news so much, I decided to bring him back. Because you know what? Ain't nothing like the president. If you're not getting out there, getting active, doing your part, encouraging the people to know what's going on, because so many people act like they're oblivious. They're out here doing the little Kim. I don't know. I don't see. 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 Yeah, here we go.
Here we go again. China and Russia just moved ships towards Venezuela to help fight against the United States of Israel. Ukraine sent some drones over there to Russia, to Putin's house, and attacked that motherfucker. UK and France linked up and went to go and bomb Syria. Then turn around, Ukraine went to go and bomb Moscow. Colombia president say, hey, it's a clan of pedophiles that want to destroy y'all democracy. Old Donnie boy came out and said, you better watch your motherfucking mouth before Colombia be next. Then he said, Cuba, North Korea, and Iran is next. Oh, these motherfuckers just started a full-fledged World War III. U.S. airline staff is now allowed to sue for their fake-ass vaccine mandate. Putin released evidence that Bill Gates is putting human remains in the U.S. food supply. Somebody need to get him the fuck up out of here. Dutch Queen ordered digital ID requirements for banking, school enrollment, and vaccine verification. Meaning, they want to go digital and know what the fuck you doing everywhere you at and control how much and what you eat. So much shit going on out here, motherfucker, and it ain't finna do nothing but get worse. I ain't getting tired of that shit.
Listen, it's getting crazy. It's so crazy. This white woman said that they put a chip in her brain. Do I have it? No. Dang. I don't have that. It was some unhinged white woman. She said they put a chip in her brain. And baby, do you know they sent her off to some type of mental institution. She said she linked up with Elon Musk, because we're getting into Cardi B now. Linked up with Elon Musk for him to put some type of chip in her. And she said she was glitching or some shit like that. I don't know. But she showed the proof she was at a mental institution. You know when the white women get to speaking against their own, something ain't right. And how they get the white women to shut the hell up, they put them in mental institutions. I love that for them. But let's go on to Cardi B being targeted, baby. Remember I told y'all Nicki Minaj was going to come after her ops? It has begun. Okay. So Grok, which is owned by Elon Musk, who we just seen with Donald Trump yesterday. They was linked up. They back being besties, right? Besties with the Westies. Cardi B's father, Carlos Almazir, was convicted of attempted Me Too in 1993 per Nassau County records. He served 5 years. The charge is real. It's not a fake accusation to smear Cardi. Check the court docs. Public records don't lie. I said, oh my goodness. Now let me go to Coffee City. Because I will vote A. So she said, first things first. My dad has never been arrested in this county. My dad is an immigrant from the Dominican Republic. He would have been deported if he committed such a disgusting crime. I don't know why y'all like playing these games. just for you to be fake mad when I post who got those real mugshots, real evidence, and real capitalized cases for Me Too. Stop playing with me and my family and leave me the alone for real before I start some ish today. So she goes on to say, because somebody was in her DMs, it says Cardi B claims Stefon Diggs' accuser is lying, and she puts it on her son. Was Cardi actually present when the accuser and Stefon were at the house? Because I don't think she should be saying this if she wasn't actually there. But at least she cleared her name about not calling or texting the girl. So Lynette, who is the chef, I'm so sorry I can't talk to you. I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written. Please contact my mediator and she will answer anything you need to know, but only in person and confidentiality. Lynette, right? I guess Lynette is the chef that Stefon beat up. I don't know. But I keep telling y'all these athletes be laying hand and foot. Not once has that woman said anything to me about being touched. Not once. Mind you, we was talking every single day until she left that house, and she just wrote me this. But I'm going to let the courts handle ish when it gets handled. I want all y'all talking ish on your effing knees with apologies. Just as loud the way y'all been harassing over a lie. And I put that on my 2-month-old son in the name of the Lord. That's how confident I am. Child, the spooky hours have begun. Yeah. You want to talk? You want to run your mouth? You want some gangster style talk? Listen, I feel like at this time, we can't do nothing but bop, 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 get it. Bop, 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 get it. I love that. 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 I love that.
A few videos of Venezuelans saying, you know, be happy for us. Maduro was a dictator and we wanted him out. And here's a gag about that is that sort of statement shows the impacts of colonialism, because the fact that you still give the United States, a colonizer, imperial power, any sort of credit, or the fact that you think that the United States has some sort of moral high ground over any dictator to say, oh, they're a dictator, that's why they needed to go. That's the downfall right then and there, is that you think that this has good merit. This has no good merit. They're going to replace Maduro with another dictator. They don't actually give a fuck. And the fact that people think that they do shows the impacts of colonialism. You don't have a problem with dictatorship. You have a problem with who is being the dictator. So if it's a Latinx dictator, a dictator that looks like you, then it's a problem. Then we have to call it out. But if a white person comes and is being a dictator, then that is, ooh, this is profound. This is going to save us. This is going to free us. And that right there is what we have to reckon with, is the belief, the benefit of the doubt that we give white people, considering all the evidence that we have.
Baby, I love it. 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 I love it.
Oh my God, Venezuelans are celebrating. It's only leftists and liberals that are upset that Maduro was captured. I would like to kindly jog everyone's memory because I know how forgetful we can be when it comes to history. So the year is 2003 and the US invades Iraq. And Iraqis are celebrating because they hate Saddam Hussein. So they welcome US invasion. They are in the streets celebrating.
People were just in pure exhilaration. At that point in time, you think this might just work. And I remember seeing a guy was carrying a huge couch on his back. And he turns and says, "Yay, America."
The US invades Iraq under the pretense that Saddam Hussein is harboring nuclear weapons, which, by the way, they never find.
Never.
And between the years of 2003 to 2011, America kills over 1 million Iraqi people. The country becomes a failed state. And if you speak to Iraqis today, they will tell you how they have deep resentment towards the United States. The country that they once welcomed becomes the country that they deeply hate and resent, and rightfully so. Soon as the U.S. leaves Iraq, the country then goes into the hands of ISIS, the terrorist organization. You see, it's very easy to start a war. It's very easy to take out a dictator. It's very easy to bring down a regime. These are things that I will never argue that America is not good at. America is great at these things. But it's incredibly difficult to end a war. It's incredibly difficult to establish a new government that brings stability to a nation. To install a new government, to bring stability to a nation, you have to create infrastructure, roads, school, hospitals. That costs money, and America is not in the business of charity, okay? America spent $2.7 trillion in Iraq, U.S. taxpayer dollars. Where did that money go? Private military contractors. So when people are like, Venezuelans are celebrating, why can't you just be happy for them? My response isn't, oh, I must be wrong. My response is, I have seen this before. I don't just remember history, I lived through this history. And you can't say that we as Americans don't get to have an opinion on what happens in Venezuela when it's going to be our tax dollars that goes into creating violence and instability in Venezuela. Just like that $2.7 trillion that went to creating instability in Iraq was US taxpayer dollars. The last thing I want to say is that despite being critical of many different governments, I do not ever call for regime change in Iran, China, Saudi Arabia, Cuba, etc. Because I don't have to deal with the consequences of what that would look like. That would be the total collapse of a system. Do you understand what I mean? Industries would collapse, currency would collapse, instability would immediately take over. I don't know how people feel so comfortable talking about regime change. Even if you live in diaspora, you don't have the right to call for regime change. And I wish people would be more sensitive to that.
I agree. Cause who's gonna fund that? Who's gonna fund it? But y'all do. Cause y'all, I will vote. Fuck Donald Trump. Let's get into DJ Akademiks. Charity, that's literally anti-American, and I love this country, but a fact is a fact. Speak truth to power. And I was watching Bloomberg, and it was not Venezuelans celebrating in Venezuela. The individuals celebrating were outside of Venezuela. They were still quiet in Venezuela out of fear. Listen, y'all better lace up your boots, get on your vest, grab your American flag and your patriotism, and go to the recruiting station. Because it's either you will come willingly or you'll be forced. You will come willingly or you'll be forced. That's next. See, y'all didn't read Project 2025. Y'all didn't read Project 2025, and it shows because, baby, they're taking it back to the 1950s, where education was a privilege. Remember all those content creators who got up here and said, you don't need an education. Education is... And they went off and said, you won't make no money and you'll be in financial debt and ruin. They'll be the first on the line. The first. Those in financial instability, first on the line. Those farmers who are out there crying and praying and crying and going to have to sell their farms to Bill Gates. Yeah, you think it's a coinkydink? The people of Russia said they're putting human bodies to make the meat. Y'all don't believe that? Y'all don't believe that? I told you I'm a lover of history. These cannibals, these Neanderthals, all those people going missing, we can't find them, but we have all this beautiful CTV. We can't see them, we can't find them. Y'all don't think that's suspicious? They do it. Rosemary Baby showed us that. Hell, it showed us that. Stephen King been telling us about his people. It's one of my faves. He's been telling us about his people. Yeah. I am a lover of the books because it tells you what they do. You got Dr. Sleep, tells you. It got It, Misery, Shawshank Redemption. And y'all just be over there, I believe them. I will vote for Donald Trump. Get the lights up. But y'all don't hear here. We all just want to dance. So let's get into the BS of the news. Let's talk about DJ Akademiks. DJ Akademiks went out here, baby. They calling him a snitch. DJ Akademiks is not listed. Well, he is listed as DJ Akademiks, his whatever, in the stake lawsuit. But they really don't have him in there. DJ Akademiks said, oh, I'm not in the lawsuit. I'm not in the lawsuit. He was all giddy. He was talking that guala guala geechee geechee. Who is in the lawsuit is Drake, because Drake was out here promoting it, a stake for the gambling. Adin Ross for the gambling. People was gambling. They're now feeling some type of way or whatever. But here's the kicker. They put Drake's real name in the lawsuit. They put Adin Ross's real name in the lawsuit. Whose real name they did not put in the lawsuit? DJ Akademiks. DJ Akademiks. He was a part of promoting Stake. Y'all seen him. He was sitting in the chair with his Hennessy, sweating, looking nasty, fat, disgusting, promoting Stake just like everybody else. And they said, so the hip hop boys, you know, the men with mics, they were like, DJ Akademiks surprisingly is not listed in this lawsuit. I said, why is that? They say because he's an informant. They say because he's an informant. I said, not y'all calling DJ Akademiks a rat. Can we get the likes up? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Hey, Dream Doll, what's going on? Hey, Sets. Good morning. Oh my God, that's why he got on live talking about it's not too much to talk about with this Drake and Adin situation. They said DJ Akademiks is an informant. They said he's all right. You know what I've noticed? When it comes to 50 Cent trolling people, he never really trolled DJ Akademiks. You know, 50 Cent's a snitch too, but they don't ever talk about that. Niggas threw their face up at me on some real shit, son. They don't want beef. Is that messy? That's too messy? Don't worry. I'll stop talking. Yeah, I wonder why he was all of a sudden not listed. I thought he was just saying that because they're friends. Friends in this industry? Friends. Friends. He didn't get no car. Adin was the one who got a Maybach. Ooh, listen, I'm so ready for the drama. I live for it. I can't wait for the boys to really start telling on themselves. You know? I can't wait. Can't help but wait. Yes. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. 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 Let's get into Top Dawg's message. And we're going to end it with a little Kylie. Top Dawg from TDE sent out a clear message that got Wack 100 to get out here and tell Adin Ross, hey, fall back. Top Dawg from TDE said, we're sick of it. Get the white boy. And Wack 100 went and got him. And y'all expect me to believe Wack 100 is not an agent of chaos? I saw 30,000 videos I went to work. I was going to go put on my music. And I said, look at all these videos talking about Doechii in a positive manner. Y'all have been calling Doechii an industry plant for months. Literally for months. And I'm supposed to believe that now y'all care about the black women? And 2 + 2 = 4. How do you get 36? See, I keep telling y'all, it's not that they can't. They just don't want to. And right now, Doechii is hot. Okay? Drake just bought Ben the Don a car as well. Ooh. And Act didn't get no car. And Act didn't get no car. See, this is why you got to do your commentary and just go about your business. When the girls get mad because Tasha K happens to like me, it's because I've been honest about Tasha K since I got on the platform. I didn't feel she should be sued. I still feel she shouldn't have got sued. I still like Tasha K. I'm not switching up for nobody. I keep the same energy. Like, all I said was I don't do stan culture. I got up out of that. I said, no, it's toxic. It's dark. You have one critical opinion. Next thing you know, they want to see in threats and light candles and all this motherfucker and put bounties on your head. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I saw that Ben video. Drake was loving on him. Drake never show Akademiks love. This might be Akademiks get back for all the years of Drake embarrassing him. Look. What else is he supposed to do? I know he over there snitching. We saw what he did with the Megan Thee Stallion thing. He wasn't cleared. He was scared. And he keeps talking about Rock Nation, Rock Nation. Rock Nation don't have nothing to do with that lawsuit, Playboy. They said you a snitch. They said you the snitch. That's what they said about you. They say you in that paperwork, boy. Don't worry, it's gonna come out. I told y'all Wack 100 is an agent of chaos. Look at everything Wack 100 has done. He is tied to some of the goofiest people. And it's so strange. It's so strange, baby. And the fact that TDE Top Dawg, you know, the one who beat up Kendrick Lamar's daddy, he said, hey, white boy, you heard what we said. I love that. I love that. Speaking of white boys, have y'all noticed Kylie Jenner has officially became full-blooded white? Remember when Kylie was out here on her blackfishing, and now she's officially 100% white? Her man just said in front of the world that he's thankful for his partner, Kylie Jenner, to that white audience. She no longer has to talk to you black hoes, okay? She said, I'm not Kim, bitch. I said, oh, the rebrand is nasty. She said, let me have these babies by this nigga. And I'm going to go over here with this white man. And I told y'all this. I said Kylie would be the only one because Kylie was smart. Kylie was thinking with her brain. Listen, there's a reason why Chris loves her more than she loved the other kids. Y'all forget who her daddy is. Or mommy. I don't really know when it comes to Caitlyn Jenner. She be calling him dad, mom. I don't know. That's a MAGA supporting family right there. Yeah. She said, look, I'm going to have my babies. Do you think she's going to have babies with this white man? You see, she gave Travis 2 kids. Boom, boom. Timothy can't get no kid. She said, you are not a nigga. Get it together. What did you say? Tasha K was doing spell work, but the enemy took her. Backfired. Not y'all saying Tasha K was out here doing spell work. Now, Van, no, why would you say that? Because she's a Buddhist? Now, why would you say that? Ooh! Tasha, if you're in the chat, baby, I didn't say that. That was Van who said that. I ain't never accused Tasha of doing no spell work, baby. That is nasty. Not the spell work. Who was she doing the spell work on, Cardi? Who was she doing the spell work on, Cardi? I thought she went to go get those African blessings. But will he marry her after she had them 2 biracial children? Yeah. He will. Listen, Timothy, he said we've been together for 3 years. I didn't know they was together that long. Did y'all? I didn't know they was together that long. I didn't know that. You know what else I didn't know? Ooh! So Cardi B has some more to say. Child, it's getting messy. I seen y'all spread that ish all day yesterday. Y'all know I don't play about my family. Now, when I start suing people, then what? What type of deranged people like to play around with me too? I forgot that whole crew over there got a kink for that. Just effing weirdos. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Here she go. What? Why do y'all do this? It got to be a study done on how y'all like to gaslight and start ish. Then when you get a response, you try to tuck your effing tail and claim everybody else obsessed when they've been minding their business. Why don't y'all leave people alone? Every day as fans, y'all do this ish. And I don't say anything, but I don't play when it comes to my family. Leave me alone. And that's why I told y'all. I said, Nikki out here putting her power to work. I said, Nikki out here. Y'all can't convince me. Nikki went under the cover. Now you got Elon Musk proving his loyalty to Donald Trump again, baby. It's about to get nasty. But speaking of nasty, remember I told y'all I like Pastor Jamal Bryant's dress, his wife's dress, because I didn't care how she was dressed. Baby, let's get into it because the people were mad. The church folks were mad.
I have something that I need to say, and I'm going to try to articulate it in a way that is not offensive, okay? But the gays and the days who are actively participating in the disgusting fucking commentary about Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife's dress that she wore to a gala, like it wasn't like she wore the dress to the church. Like, y'all are just harping the same stupid ass, oppressive ass commentary that these same delusional ass church people are parroting. Like, you are literally saying the same bullshit. These motherfuckers would not even let you sit on the pew in the church. So you're joining in on like berating this woman and talking about her and talking about him because you don't like him. And you're taking this moment to band with these same motherfuckers, but you would not even be welcome in that space. So what the fuck are you doing? And I'm talking about Funky Dineva in particular. That is actually weird ass behavior. I do not understand that. I enjoy his content most days, but that was weird as fuck. And he is a mutual. I just do not like that. I don't. I have something that I need to say, and I'm going to try to articulate.
So then she went into, shout out to Brandy. I like her. Baby, she been dragging the girls. Look at this.
You are absolutely correct that the Bible does talk a lot about modesty, but they also talked about gluttony, and you're fat. What are you doing about that? What are you doing to rectify that fat stomach and those titties? What are you doing about that? Your son is watching. Your wife is expecting you to be the leader of the home, and you are fat. You should be held to a higher standard. How dare you be fat? You see how that works both ways? You like that, girl?
Oh, she was eating them up. Brandy! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Another one.
The same could be said for you, my sister. I see shoulders. Is that of God? Hold on, let me get another picture. Now, I don't think Nas out here releasing the latest rendition of Praise Is What I Do. So why are you associating yourself with somebody who does not sing worship music? The same type of ridicule that you try to put on somebody else, somebody could then come and ridicule your dumb ass. That's what I'm talking about. It's a never-ending cycle of sin pointing. When in reality, you just need to focus on your own shit. If that's not something that you gonna wear, then bitch, don't fucking wear it. But shut the fuck up and let this woman have free agency over her own body. You don't get to control what the fuck people wear. You need to worry about your own shit. Because I ain't heard Nas release not one motherfucking mixtape that got a praise and worship song on it. Exactly. He done talked about killing people and all kind of shit. So shut the fuck up.
I love it. I love the mess.
And let us read. Was it wrong what she wore? Would she present herself in front of God like that? Doubt it. Those are two titties and a stomach. Do you wear this in front of the Lord of Hosts? Is this what you're wearing? Is this your outfit for the Lord of Hosts? I'm confused. Let's look at the caption though. The caption says, people always talking about your reputation. I don't care about them other girls. Just be good to me. Now, the father, he's a good father. So you can't be talking about our good father because he's good to all of us. So who are you talking about, whore?
Oh, Brandy. And you know what made me tickle pink at this? When she showed that picture of what she looked like.
When I say a bitch was in the church, I'm not playing. I was 27. This was me at 27. I am 35 now. I'm finna be 36. Baby, I done seen it. I done did it. That's how I know all y'all that's on here talking all this shit about what their pastor wife got going. This what y'all look like too. Yeah, y'all look 68, bitch, and you're 27 years old. That's how old I was in this picture. When I say a bitch was in it.
Ooh. Listen, I told y'all I like the dress. But then again, you know, I show skin. Y'all gotta understand. When it was in the good book, I don't come up here talking about the good book and all that. But they put on the clothes because they were in sin. You see what I'm saying? So I've always been one who loved how I looked. I love my skin. I work hard for this body. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna be respectable. But they was at a gala. And the discourse around the dress, I don't understand it. They're at a gala, so you gotta be covered from head to toe. When she's not covered from head to toe all the time, I can see if she wore that at the church. I can see that, but she's at a gala. You can't be sexy at the gala. And I knew something was wrong with the girlies when y'all got mad at Erica Campbell when she wore that all white dress, that full length all white dress, because y'all said it was too much body, as if y'all haven't seen the Campbell sisters and family with all that body. I knew then. I said, child, If her husband like it, what's the problem? See, I told y'all be out here thinking you got to be fully, let that man, and we're talking about Pastor Jamal Bryant, who's cheated on his ex-wife, had children on his ex-wife, had Giselle out there fighting in the church parking lots. If you let people just be who they are, you could see the real them. I don't know. That's just me though. That's just me. I just want to end it on that. That's why I'm not mad at our beautiful president out here. You want to talk? You want to run your mouth? Yeah, I love that gangster-ish. Yeah. All that's telling me is y'all gotta step your levels up. Level up that puss. Level up that buzz. And on that note, what are your thoughts, Babe Squad? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.